Now, you've all seen the viral video of the girl going on the streets and viral street interviews saying Tuah to a random man with a microphone.
You gotta answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
I don't get you. I think you gotta demonstrate.
Hawk Tuah and spit on it. Spit on it.
Now, I don't know what's going on with this generation and why they feel the need to get super freaky for every person that walks around on the street with a microphone. Literally, you don't have to answer these questions and embarrass your family. But since she's had the mic in her face in one way or another, she's been seen literally everywhere. I mean, she's been seen at country concerts. She's even had Shaquille O'Neal stop doing a commercial just to take a picture with her. And trust me, this wasn't just any country concert. This was literally a Zach Bryan concert, like one of the biggest country musicians in the world right now. Now, naturally, when somebody takes over the internet just like she has in these recent days, Haley gets a lot of questions. Is this an OnlyFans release? Is she some sort of industry plant? Hell, it's election time. Who is she gonna put out as the candidate that we should be voting for? Now, I think that this is an anomaly. Most often than not, because we exist on the internet, we can sniff out a plant or some sort of person that's coming in to just insert themselves and take over the viral moment and boost themselves to a bigger star really, really easily. However, I believe that she might be genuine in her sentiments. She even went and had to clear up a bunch of the stuff and rumors that people were spreading about her because it's just not true.
School teacher. That's false. I worked in a spring plant for about 10 months, but I don't work there anymore. But I'm not a school teacher. Did I really get fired from my job? That is false. I quit my job to go travel. I'm not an industry plant. It was not planned. Every bit of it was just there right in the moment because I had to ask what that meant. So that's false. Am I really making an OnlyFans? That's false. I'm not comfortable doing that ever. So no, that's false. Did I really turn down Playboy? That is true. They reached out to my friend Chelsea wanting to include us in some of their stuff and we turned it down. So that's true. Was I invited by Zach Bryan to perform with him? That is true, and I sung Revival with him, but I was not at Luke Bryan's concert throwing bras at him because I haven't worn a bra in 3 days. But it wasn't me.
Now, I know this is different, but hear me out. She's just a regular girl who got some virality. This isn't the old 2024 shtick of plant this person, become an influencer, Bobby Altoff. It's none of that. She was literally at the right place at the right time, and it seems that she has a good head on her shoulder, and she's not gonna go too crazy and taking advantage of the situation. Now, what I think is weird about this is the fact that, one, she got so famous based off of simple words. I mean, I guess sex sells, so it is what it is. But two, the way that people went about finding out what's going on with her and trying to make her something bigger than what she is, memeable, whether it be good or bad or indifferent. It's kind of actually weird.
And kept going, and then there was the search for you.
Yup.
And what did you want to do when there was a search? Was there a part of you that was like, I don't want to be known as the hook to a girl?
Yeah, there was a big part of it. And then they started spelling my name wrong and making like accounts of me, which they got pictures off all my friends' like social medias and stuff like that, and which it's kind of creepy. Seeing your face on another account that don't belong to you, you're like,
Yeah, people thought your name was Jillian. I saw a bunch of people were getting like recognized as you, but it wasn't you. It was wild. So when they officially found you, were you like, I want to dive into this, or I want to take a step back?
I was like, oh shit, I'm not adding these people back. The first thing they found me on was Visco, so I got rid of it really quick. Because who the hell gets on Visco?
Yeah, that's from like
and
middle
then
school.
they started sending me messages on there, and I was like, that's disgusting. So I deleted it and got rid of everything on there. And I think they got a few pictures off before I deleted it. But everything else, I was like, well, they're not going to find my Snapchat. Sure enough, they did. Evidently, it's been sold.
But
now we've seen time and time again where people who do these random street interviews or kind of private sort of settings go up and big and go viral. It ultimately leads to a bunch of weirdos finding their stuff, being disgusting with them, and then when they go out in public, people decide to be extra creepy and weird about this. The fact that people were making fake pages about her, one, is nothing new, but two, it's a true testament as to how nasty they are. Nobody knows what they were going to do with those fake pages, but most likely they were going to start scamming men and saying that they have some sort of OnlyFans because those men are desperate and preying on them. And speaking of people getting their weird sexual fantasies off, the people in her day-to-day life are now being requested to basically make her some sort of fetish content.
guy that does my hats, he got offered $600 like 3 days ago for me to spit in a jar and sell it.
We have got to make a decision to lock some of these people up. I don't know why people feel like they have to go over the top when they have this singular moment. I get the whole concept of YOLO, but literally when you go about tattooing somebody's face from a internet meme on your body, something that is permanent forever, that's not you only live once. That's you only live stupid. And I do find it seemingly weird though when women become popular based off of the internet that they get overly sexualized. Now I get it. When some attractive men get on the internet, do something viral, women can come out the woodworks and start to say very nasty things. Don't get me wrong, it does happen. But I feel like it's a consistent pattern when even mid-tier looking women, and this is no offense to the Tuah girl, I'm not really making a statement on how it looks, but just the idea that if any women on the internet get some sort of virality, people always resort to one thing and one thing only: sex, and most notably OnlyFans. Why is 40-year-old Andrew Schultz on a comedy set saying, hey man, you need to go ahead and you need to start an OnlyFans, I'd subscribe? Andrew, she's about as young as your daughter if you had one. That's so weird and disgusting. Then you have the weirdos who are using the disguise of financial advice to try to get it off. Here's this guy Mark Moran saying, has anyone told Tuah girl that with each passing day that she hasn't started an OnlyFans, she's losing a shit ton of money? If you're gonna go viral like this, gotta capitalize on the short duration of it ASAP or be chasing lost dollars forever. I get her dad's a pastor, but it's financial advice. Mark, she probably has morals and values, gang. I don't know. And this could potentially blow up in my face later down the line if she ever does do this, but there is a possibility that this pastor's daughter isn't some freak fantasy from the barbershop that people talk about, and she actually has values and morals and she cares about her body. Maybe she's not in financial need like that. Maybe she doesn't want to take off her clothes or sexualize herself any more further for the internet. Maybe this was a joke that people are taking way too seriously. I don't know. Any of those things could possibly be true. It's become so abundantly disgusting that she even has to come out and dispel that narrative again.
Very awesome things that have changed my life so far since all this has happened. Number one, I got over my stage fright. I sang in front of 80,000 people with Zach Bryan the other night, and I cannot sing for but I did it anyway. Number two, I quit my job at the Spring Factory, and so I don't have to eat Taco Bell all the time, but I'm still going to do it anyways. Number three, I actually have to get ready more than one time out of the week now. I'm not allowed to look like Adam Sandler anymore. Well, it's not all delightful. Here are three things that have not been so great here lately. Number one, I have to convince my pawpaw not to shoot the paparazzi outside of our house every day because they've been camped out here for like 2 weeks. Number two, stop asking me for the link in bio for my OnlyFans. I don't have an OnlyFans and there will never be an OnlyFans. I just make funny jokes. That's all I do. And number three, I'm tired of the imposters and all the fake accounts. Hey, there's one more thing that's really pissing me off. Any of you selling or purchasing merchandise online, it's not from me. It's not approved by me, and it's counterfeit, and I'm not making a damn dime off of any of it.
Now I get it, everybody's looking to make a quick buck. Grocery prices are up, rent is due, mortgages are going through the roof, and people just want to live their lives. But one, saying that you want to sell merchandise without her express written consent is kind of crazy, especially because you're going to feature her face. It's also not a long-standing business, so you have a plan today, but tomorrow you're going to be kind of screwed. And two, this girl just wants to make a name for herself that doesn't have anything to do with sexualizing herself any further than this random street interview. She can go about doing that in a way that has nothing to do with putting any sort of sexual stigmas on her name and her body.
Yeah, so this was like
But I don't quit my job. I said peace.
So now is like you're gonna go to LA, you're gonna go to New York.
Oh yeah.
Do you think you see yourself like starting your own type of like show or podcast, or are you just gonna be like an internet personality?
I think we're gonna do like a show, and then we're just gonna be like on a bunch of podcasts and everything else in between.
Cool.
But,
so kind of just figuring out as you go.
oh yeah, there's more to come. Don't worry. There's more to come.
She has the whole team. It's so
Right.
crazy. It happened. The internet is insane. Your
Oh,
life
yeah.
changed overnight.
It really did.
Yeah.
For sure.
Are people coming out of the woodworks now? Like, what are your friends back home like?
Now, I don't think that this is enough to spawn some like long-lasting career. I don't think she'll be the next Ellen DeGeneres or Sally Jesse Raphael or Charlie D'Amelio or any other random white girl on TV, Kim Kardashian, for example. But I do believe she's young, and people given the opportunity to explore life should be able to explore life. She seems like a young country girl that honestly would have never been able to experience any of this without experiencing that street interview. So all things happen for a reason. Does that mean we need to turn into something that is totally not at all? But we have seen other people in other times experience a moment of virality and then be able to go live their wildest dreams. Even if it did land them right back to where they were, they could always tell the story that a lot of people from their towns are looking to tell to their kids and their grandkids and their neighbors and their friends. Remember that guy from earlier this year who had his fit on and he thought he was really, really fresh about it?
Hey, I ain't fresh. I ain't fresh.
You're not fresh, no.
At all.
Just take some
No, sir.
You just gotta take your L, bro.
People were feeling so bad for him because he was getting clowned for his fit that he ultimately ended up in some rappers' music videos, had like a collaboration with LRG, the clothing brand, and saw a bunch of success that his small town would have probably never seen coming through there if that thing did not go viral. And the same thing with the guy who went to the concert with his girlfriend and she ultimately got stolen by Omalay. Even if these people don't have 20 or 30 or 40-year careers in the entertainment industry, that's perfectly fine. As long as they can have a story to tell their kids, that is what matters the most. Now, apparently somebody's gonna do a documentary on the Tuah girl, which is kind of crazy for somebody who has internet virality, but again, I'm all for it. And it's clear that she's having some influential ripples in the zeitgeist because people are starting to imitate her already.
Hawk.
Okay.
Can I get it too? Can I get it too? One time for the YouTube. Hawk.
Not today.
Hawk.
Will you assholes literally leave her alone?
Okay, not assholes.
We
They're
not.
asking.
Nah, we just. What is
It's
it?
just disgusting. She's a stranger.
Gang, go back to Diddy crib. This ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm King David. Take your ass back to Diddy crib.
You think you did something?
I think I did something. I'm not Kanye. Don't cancel me. But y'all see what's going on? This ain't had nothing to do with Buddy. Come on, man. Get your freaky ass on, man. On King David, man.
Ultimately, I think the way that the Tuah girl is handling the fame has been perfectly fine. She's controlling her narrative and she's not letting anybody else push her into realms in which she should not be in. And she's definitely not letting it go to her head like some people did when it came to them trying to become the new right-wing content creators. But let me know what you guys think about her newfound fame.